The movie begins with the introduction of the Smurfs village, where we see the Smurfs dancing while also singing to a song. However, while they were all at it, we realize that there is a Smurf who doesn't seem to have a talent just like how the others do. He simply can't sing nor dance. We are also meant to know that this particular Smurf is known as No Name. So once they were done with their dance, Smurfette encourages No Name that he almost had at this time, and with time he will learn the dance moves. Just then, the Smurf leader named Papa Smurf informed them that it is great to live in a village where everyone has a thing to do and what they are best for, but No Name tells Papa that he thinks he is the only one that doesn't have a thing to contribute. Just like what Papa said earlier, each Smurfs in this village has a thing they are best known for. For example, Smurfette is known for her voice, Worry Smurf is known for worries, and there is also a Smurf known as Camouflaging Smurf. No Name vent is frustrating on Papa, saying that he is the only Smurf that doesn't have a thing best known for. However, Papa Smurf tells him that he shouldn't worry that much about it, as some Smurf do take time for them to figure out that thing, so he is no exception. So No Name tells Papa Smurf that he has been thinking they don't have a magic Smurf around here. Maybe that could be his thing. But unfortunately, Papa Smurf burst his bubbles as he informed him that Smurfs can't do magic. Later that day, they brought a long list of things to do, so No Name can figure out what he is best known for. Unfortunately, after trying about 10,000 different things from the list, No Name wasn't really good at any. So later, Papa Smurf suggests that No Name tries clog making. No Name gives it a try while everyone watched, but unfortunately, he still wasn't good at it either. So Smurfette informed No Name to join her to go pick up some Smurf berries and bid to cheer him up, but No Name tells her that even the sweetest berries can't make him happy at this point because he feels different. She tells him she knows what he feels like because she is the only Smurf that was created out by an evil sorcerer known as Gargamel in order to lure all Smurfs to their doom. She then encourages No Name not to give up because he is definitely going to find what he is best known for or good at. In total sadness, No Name sing in pain, wishing he had a thing best known for. Suddenly, he noticed himself floating in the air, and at this exact moment, he realizes he has magic. He even went ahead to show Smurfette his new discovered powers. So quickly, he hurriedly rushed to go tell Papa Smurf that he has finally found his thing, as it took 10,482 tries to find his thing. He demonstrates his magic for Papa Smurf to see, and they were all amazed, but unfortunately, this particular gesture sends energy signal to Joe, who is an assistant to the evil sorceress known as Ramel. In total excitement, he rushed to inform Ramel that they have found the Smurf village, as there was an energy spotted at a nearby area. Immediately, Ramel instructs Joe to act quickly and initiate the extraction measures. At the village, a large portal appears at the Smurf village, informing them that their location had been exposed, so Papa Smurf quickly informed all the Smurfs that their lives are in serious danger, as the Smurfs village isn't safe anymore. Unfortunately, just as he gets sucked into the portal, he tells them to leave the village and find a Smurf named Ken. They all begin to panic, but just then Smart Smurf calms everyone down, saying they all need to act fast and be rational here. They believe the only one evil wizard that could do this is Gargamel. Smurfette is of the opinion that No Name uses magic to find Gargamel. So just then, they are all taken to another dimension that takes them to Paris. Smurfette insisted that they all use this opportunity to find Gargamel. Meanwhile, Gargamel and Joe, who now have Papa Smurf, continues to create a plan and bid to get the remaining Smurfs. Ramel goes to meet the Council of Evil Wizards, and they are all furious and frustrated with him because he hasn't found a magic book yet, which is believed to be with the Smurfs. The wizards have 3 magic books in their possession, and if they can finally get hold of the last book, they will be able to take over the world. Back to the Smurfs, things seems not to be going as planned as everything seems different, and just as they were about to get into danger, another group of Smurf appeared to rescue them. Afterwards, they introduced themselves as the International Neighborhood Watch Smurfs. No Name introduced themselves and informed them of their plan in finding Ken, so the other Smurfs assisted them to where Ken might be, which was simply at a nightclub. Smurfette and the Smurfs found Ken, who appears to know the reason they are here is because Papa Smurf is now in trouble, and the Smurfs are shocked to know that he is Papa Smurf's brother. Ken asks them if the book is safe, but they informed him that they had no idea such book existed, so Ken wondered why Papa Smurf never told them about the magic books. However, after their little conversation, he informed them that the person who kidnapped Papa Smurf is the evil wizard Ramel. Although Ken is really amazed by the fact that this Smurf don't really know who they really are. He narrates to them that Smurfs are descendants from a mighty guardians, and they swore to protect the 4 magic book from the alliance of evil wizards. So Ken plans to go rescue his brother alone. However, after much push from the other Smurfs, he realized he had no choice but to take them along. He gives them the plan, which is by sneaking inside Ramel Castle and rescuing Papa Smurf, but Smurfette is of the opinion that No Name opens a portal that will directly transport them to the castle. So they all did in accordance to the plan as No Name opens a portal, and they all enter it. On the other hand, just as Ramel and his brother interrogates Papa Smurf in order for him to give them the necessary information about where the magic book is, Joe suddenly informed Ramel that the Smurfs were trying to enter the castle, but he used a force field to send them. So this act then took the Smurfs to a deserted area. Ken informed them that they have been bounced to the Interportal way station, and now they will have to deal with the Snutterputs. He explained to them that Snutterputs are tricky creatures that survive out here by taking advantage of lost interportal travelers. So knowing that the Snutterputs are lovers of cake, Ken gives No Name a cake and tells him to take it to a nearby rock to lure the Snutter out. But sadly for No Name, the Snutterputs captures them and takes them to their base underground, where they are introduced to the leader of the Snutterputs known as Mama Poot. However, Ken and Mama Poot seems to know each other, so he proposed that she help transport them to where they are going with the use of her magic, but unfortunately for them, Mama Poot asks Ken to give her his precious watch in exchange for her service. But sadly, when she discovered that they were going to Ramel Castle, she immediately gave him back his watch and cuts off their deal. She is of the opinion that no one comes out of the Ramel Castle alive. The Smurfs try to assure her that no one will know she was involved in this plan. But Mama Poot is too afraid of the alliance of wizards, believing they know everything. Smurfette tells her that they have a magic smurf who is powerful enough to defeat the wizard. Mama Poot then began to narrate to them that the wizard's plans to take over the world, so in fear, No Name runs out of the cave. Just as Smurfette goes after him, No Name admits to her that he doesn't see himself defeating such a powerful evil wizard. Smurfette then motivated him by telling him not to listen to the voices in his head and just believe in himself, and that voice isn't who is he, and he just need to decide who he simply is. While they were both at it, they suddenly heard a lightning sound. Just as they hurried back, they saw a wounded Mama Poot, who tells them Ramel just appeared and took her Poots and the rest of the Smurfs to his castle. So Mama Poot, who is now desperate to rescue her family, leads the two Smurfs inside a car and drives them to the city where Ramel Castle is. Meanwhile, Ken and the other Smurfs reunited with Papa Smurf. However, Ken is angry with Papa Smurf for abandoning him to hide in Smurf Village, but Papa Smurf informed him that the reason was to just hide the magic book. Just then, Ramel suddenly decided to smash the Smurf one by one until they tell him where the magic book is. Meanwhile, Mama Poot and the Smurfs arrived at Ramel Castle, so they all make a plan on how to get inside. So Smurfette suggests a really good plan by entering a delivery box that is being taken to Ramel House, and they successfully got into the castle without being sighted. So just as Ramel is about to smash every Smurf, Smurfette, Mama Poot, and No Name arrive just in time to rescue them. No Name tries to use his magic to fight Ramel, but sadly the magic book suddenly comes out from his hat. Suddenly, No Name realizes that he wasn't the one doing the magic the whole time, but the magic book and Papa Smurf was the one who hid the book inside his cap. Ramel tells Smurfette that she is one of them because he created her. He then shows her pictures which she doesn't remember about the moment they spent together, and this made her to feel very sad. Ramel tells Smurfette that she can never change who she is. Ramel then gets hold of the magic book and uses his dark magic to turn the book to evil. Just as he plans to give the book to the Council of Evil Wizards, he informs his older brother Gargamel that he doesn't need him anymore, and this made him feel so bad and betrayed. Just after Ramel left, Joe is then instructed to kill the Smurfs. However, Gargamel saves them and decided to help the Smurfs in order to get back at his brother. He turns his cat into a flying creature, and with it, he helps the Smurfs escape out of the castle. Just as they all crashed, Smurfette and No Name blame themselves for letting the magic book fall into the hands of their greatest enemy, but Papa Smurf tells them that it's his fault, even the fact that he kept the secrets from them because he wanted to keep them safe. Papa Smurf narrates to them that Ron was his youngest brother. He was the most greatest Smurf that ever lived, and he sacrificed himself to protect the magic book. And he didn't want the Smurfs to know about Ron. He explained further that Smurfs have always been the guardian of peace and harmony. He motivates the Smurfs that there's nothing they can't do if they all work together, so they all plan to get the magic book back. Meanwhile, Ramel brought the last magic book to the Council of Wizards, who continue to treat him like trash. Ramel seeing this, then he used the magic book to trap them in a jar. After which, he combined the 4 magic books to take over the world, but Smurfette and her crew shows up to stop him. The Smurfs immediately rush to attack him, but they were all no match for his powers as they were all sent to the Nether Realm. Smurfette put on an act to trick Ramel, which successfully worked, so No Name, Smurfette and Ramel went into another dimension. And there, a serious battle ensues, and after a short extended battle, the Smurfs won. Unfortunately for them, this was all a trick by Ramel as he later got his hand on all the 4 books. No Name is then sent to another dimension where he realized that he actually has magic inside of him. Once he gained consciousness, he began to battle Ramel in an intense and epic shutdown. And after a long extended fight between No Name and Ramel, No Name and Smurfette defeated Ramel before then bringing all the Smurfs back, and with the book now in their possession again plus their strength, they all send Ramel to a place of no return. Ron then returned back to the other Smurfs after being caged for hundreds of years. The movie then came to an end. Kindly subscribe for more latest animation recap like this. Thanks for watching and goodbye.